Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial of how to draw a dew. Now, I chose to draw a dew because I see one every day, and so it's very easy for me to draw a dew without having him right in front of me. So let's get started with this paintbrush tool right here. We'll pick a nice black color just to get the outline of this dew. So go ahead and make a nice little lump, and that will be the first lump. Don't worry so much about having your lines straight, just because dew itself naturally has this lumpy texture. So don't try to perfect it. And go ahead, pick this watercolor brush tool. We'll start with a brown base color and just color it in nice and easily. Don't worry so much if the color comes out of the lines. Again, we're going for this artsy look. Then you're going to go back and kind of give it some shading just so this dew is not so 2D and it gives it a little bit of a 3D dew look right here. And we all know real shit is not completely brown. I guess if you've been eating a lot of charcoal, you'll have some black spots in your shit. So we're going to go ahead and use this airbrush tool and just lightly dab in some black spots. And what this does is not only make your dew look more realistic, but it also gives it a bit of texture, you know. It's not smooth. It's very lumpy. This makes it all nice. If you really want to go for the realistic look, you can pick this orangey yellow color to add on to it, just to give it a little bit of highlight, a little bit of texture. And realistically, a lot of times when our poop comes out of our butts, it comes out like a swirl, and that's when you have a lot of old dew just sitting in your intestines for a while and get a little dark, and it gets mixed up with a new one, which is this lighter orangey color. Now, if you really want to, be realistic, you can add in some dark green as well, and that's for your vegetable eaters. It's a vegetarian dew. They've been eating a lot of kale or drinking a lot of those, what are those, spirulina shakes and stuff. Just add that in. So once you're done with the coloring, we're going to go back to the paintbrush tool with the black color, and we're going to add some, I guess, personality to this dew. My dew in real life has a lot of personality. So give it some eyes, a face, and this guy looks like he could use a mustache, perhaps. And if there's a mustache, obviously you need a monocle that goes along with this mustache. There we go. We can give him some legs so he can walk around, do some bee twists in. If you give him legs and feet, obviously you have to give him hands as well. If you give him hands and he has a monocle, obviously the hand needs to be gently resting on top of the monocle. If you want to go all the way, we can also add a little top hat, just a very tiny one. Make a little statement with his top hat. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. And we really want to get all of our senses going here. Not just our visual senses, but also our olfactory senses. Because that's what really stands out when we think of poo, smells. So we just add some lines in here just to show what he smells like. Maybe can give him a little friend or two over here. There we go. Maybe another one over here. Nice. And when you're done, you can go ahead and sign your artwork. Let's see. I usually like to use a nice contrasting color. I'm going to call this, Mr. Dew. I'll dedicate this to my dew. Jason. And there you have it, folks. That is how you draw a dew.